Welcome to Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Gary. And we want you to follow us on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Leave us a review or some stars or whatever the application allows you to do.
Yeah.
And you can also now watch us on YouTube, which we would greatly appreciate if you would subscribe and click the like button. And you can find us at Pour the Wine. It's Rom-Com Time.
So and on all the socials.
All of the socials.
All the socials. Find us wherever you social. Wherever you podcast and wherever you social, right?
Yes.
You can also send us an email to pourthewineitsrom.bsky.social and let us know your thoughts about the winter escape movies. We have now seen 4 of the 5, right?
Ooh, yes.
So we are really deep into the winter escape movies, soon to be Love-uary movies. Those are right around the corner. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts about those or anything Hallmark related. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would, because so far Hallmark has been doing a pretty good job.
I've been doing pretty good. Yep. Well, today we're going to be reviewing the 4th winter escape movie of 2026, Caught by Love. It originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on January 24th, 2026, and it stars Rachel Leigh Cook and Luke Macfarlane.
Yes, Luke.
Yes, Luke.
We loved him. You know, he had that unscripted TV series. Home is where the heart is. I love it. Loved it.
He did. It was so good. And he worked with a designer, Olivia Westbrooks. If you like unscripted series, this one is very sweet.
Yes.
And he is so great in it. He has carpentry skills.
Yeah. It's very emotional.
Oof. He really does. And it's an emotional series. And Olivia's really great. She's the interior designer, right? So it is such a good show with lots of heart, even though that's in the title. Home is where the heart is. We really enjoyed that one. Yeah. And we're rewatching, I'm rewatching, but we're watching Brothers and Sisters, which Luke Macfarlane was in eons ago.
I know.
Catch Me If You Claws. We love that one with him too, right?
That was
and Rachel Leigh Cook, she, of course, She's All That.
Yeah, All That.
She's All That with Freddie Prinze Jr. That's a classic rom-com. But she was in, last year she was in Sisterhood Inc.
Yeah.
And then maybe the year before that, Rescuing Christmas.
Yep, I believe so.
The year. Yeah. So it was pretty cool to see them paired up in this one.
I know, again, Hallmark pairing some pretty high-level actors right here.
Yeah. Yeah, we really like both of them.
Yeah, we do. So let's drop the synopsis on this one.
Let's drop the synopsis. All right. Do you want to talk about who directed it and who wrote it first before I drop the synopsis?
You know what? You're absolutely right. It's so silly.
You either forget to drop the synopsis or you bring it in too early.
Okay. So Caught by Love was directed by Kevin Fair, and he wrote 10 of the signed, sealed, delivered movies.
That's so cool. We love those movies.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. We have to get back to
so glad those. He did this one.
Yes.
Because it kind of has that little mystery going on.
Well, it definitely does.
You know, like with the letters and stuff. But
the letters in signed, sealed,
right.
Yeah.
So
the dead letter office. Yes.
Very fun. And Marcy Holland is the writer, and of course she wrote one of our favorite all-time Christmas movies, A Biltmore Christmas, and drum roll, is writing the new Biltmore movie, A Grand Biltmore Christmas.
That is so cool.
Which is going to be a part of Countdown to Christmas this year.
2026. I bet, since we really loved A Biltmore Christmas, we're going to really enjoy, what is it called? A Grand
Biltmore Christmas. Yep.
Yeah. I bet we will.
I know we will.
Especially since it's the same writer. I'm glad they've brought on the same writer for that because, when we first heard about it, we were kind of like, ugh. And it's not that, we object to a sequel, and it's not even really a sequel, right? It's an entirely different
Right.
story, which is really great. And at first you're kind of like, Biltmore is so popular. Can they bring the magic again? And with Nile Matter and who else is in it?
Oh,
Holland Roden,
yes.
right? With
Yes.
them, I mean, I think they're going to be able to. I mean, I'm kind of excited.
You got two heavy hitters again.
Yes,
So,
yes, it's going to be so good.
and
So good.
and it's its own character anyways, right? So you
The
actually have
Biltmore,
three
yeah,
big
it's one of the
characters or
big characters
yeah,
in
actors in
that.
this thing,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
love the Biltmore.
All
So
right.
let's drop the synopsis now.
Do you want me to drop it now? All right, the synopsis. While on a journey of self-discovery, a resort guest gets swept into an undercover investigation for stolen jewels that turns into an unexpected and adventurous romance.
Ooh, chun chun
Dun, dun, dun.
chun.
There wasn't murder, but there was a mystery.
There was almost a death, but not quite. So what
Almost
did you
death.
think?
What are you talking about?
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay. What?
When they actually find out who.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember?
No.
We'll
Okay.
talk about it. Anyways, what'd you think?
You're going to have me go first, huh?
I love it when you go first.
You want me? Put me
I
on
need
the
a sip
spot.
of my
Put me on the
wine
spot.
anyways, you know?
I mean, I enjoyed this one.
Mhm.
I think that Hallmark, I think we've gotten some really solid movies for, the winter escape, some really great ones. And this one I thought, I mean, I enjoyed the ride. I enjoyed Rachel Leigh Cook in it. I really enjoyed Luke Macfarlane in it. I don't know that I got the whole I think they had good chemistry, but I
Right.
didn't think it was like fire chemistry between the two of them.
Mhm.
Although I enjoyed, a little bit of the banter and that. So, and of course the actual mystery itself. I mean, I have to say they had a great ensemble cast,
Yes, they did.
which, we didn't talk about at the top, but um, the cast of characters is really good, and I really didn't know who it was going to be. We kept guessing, and they kept
That
eliminating.
that was the fun part about it.
So basically what it is there's the jewel heist, right?
Yep.
And Luke Macfarlane is the private investigator who has discovered that someone's going to be there at the resort that
Mhm.
it's like a wellness retreat type
Right.
of resort, right?
Mhm.
So he's there separately as a PI with his partner in crime, and
Laura.
Rachel Leigh Cook is there
Mhm.
to get away from everything, right? So she's there, she's taken the place of a friend of hers who was supposed to go, but she's there and she eventually finds out that he's trying to figure out who is buying the stolen jewels,
Right.
right? So she then decides to help him, and he allows her to, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
basis of it. But so throughout the whole thing, you're trying, and I did like that they, showed the different guests at the beginning. You kind of get
Yeah.
a sense of who everybody, there's a couple, there's a single woman, there's actually a few single women, a single man,
Right.
you
An
know.
influencer.
So in that part I enjoyed. I mean,
Right.
I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't as good as I thought the first two were.
Right.
Better than the last one, Love on the Amazon. So I mean, it's kind of ranking up there, but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. What about you?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was a lot of rambling I just did, by the way. It's been a long day.
Have a sip of wine like I did. No, I liked it. I enjoyed the excursions that they had throughout the movie. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the mystery part of it with them when she does actually find out, who he is and what he's doing. She seemed to really get into it at that point and helping them try to find out or eliminate suspects. I thought that was a fun thing
Yeah.
for me to watch. And I also like the fact that, sometimes you got to step outside of your comfort zone. But
Yes.
I don't know, would you go to a resort area by yourself though? I mean, or a retreat like this was?
I think if you're single,
Mhm.
I would do it.
Right.
I think I don't know that I would go to another country because they did film. Well, it's in Malta,
Yeah,
right?
right.
The resort is, and that's where they actually
Beautiful
filmed.
scenery. Yeah.
So I don't know that I would go to another country to do it. I might stay in the United States just because I'm a
Right.
little scared to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think I would do it. I think if you are, I mean, when you're single, you still travel and you know,
Right.
by yourself if you want to. You
Mm-hmm.
have meals by yourself, out at restaurants, go to the movies by yourself. So, yeah, I mean, I think I would. Would you?
Maybe. Maybe.
And that's in particular a wellness retreat, right? So you're
Right.
going to kind of, you know,
Yeah,
find
get
your
some
zen
massages
and
and
yeah,
what they call it?
a sound
Sound
bath
baths
and
and yoga,
yoga, aerial
yoga,
yoga, which we'll talk about.
climb inside of a hill. Yeah,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
good stuff.
yeah.
But
So
I mean,
definitely.
you know, it would have been cool if this was the type of resort where she was part of she didn't know it, but she was part of a like a reenactment type thing, and she was the main person. I think that would be a pretty cool twist if that would have
Oh,
been
sort
it
of
at the
like one of
end.
those live, not
Yeah,
murder mystery, but live mystery type of things
where
where,
her friend
but she
actually
wouldn't
set it
know
all up.
that,
Yeah,
oh,
she
that would
wouldn't.
have been
That
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
See, that would have been
Because
cool,
she
right?
went, yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that. Her going in her friend's place, because I have thoughts about that too. But I
Right.
didn't mention at the top too, I loved her outfits.
Oh
I
my God, right?
loved her
Especially that
outfits.
first
Yes.
one. Oh my God.
Yes. It was so good. Annie's her character name, right?
Yeah,
Annie and
Annie.
Jake.
Yep, and Joanna was her friend that
She
let
took
her.
the place of.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right. So yes, Annie's outfits were actually Joanna's outfits, but they were really good, right? She was,
I know,
yeah,
wasn't that
yeah.
funny? That was funny.
So
So,
they were really good. Yes,
so what do you think of the meet cute?
sir. I okay, the meet cute. We got to come up with some kind of rating system of the meet cute. Um, I thought it was a little bit cheesy.
Right.
Because so she's walking into the resort, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's headed towards what the check-in
The
or
front desk, yeah.
the front desk. Thank you. Duh.
The
Words are hard.
concierge.
Okay, the front desk. And you know, she's wearing heels that she doesn't normally wear because they're her friends, you know,
Yes.
heels or whatever. And so she trips and she falls right into him. That scene was a little, I'm trying to think of the right word for that. Yeah, I just thought it was a little
Used
cheesy.
up.
Well, I mean, that doesn't bother me so much, but I felt like it was a little too quirky for
Right.
me. A little too, yeah. What do you think?
I felt the same because it was funny because she comes walking in there all fashioned up and
Yeah,
strutting, right? Like she's on a
yeah,
catwalk or something, and then slips and
yeah.
falls right into him. And then the contents of her purse kind of spill out onto the floor. And what was
Right.
the book? Do you remember the book?
The book,
I thought
did
I thought I had
thought
it
I
down,
jotted it
but
down.
maybe I didn't. But it was kind of a pun off of
Like chess. It was
like chess. Yeah.
dragage or oh gosh.
God, I'm so mad at I can't remember the name
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
book.
yeah. But go
And
ahead, keep
I
talking. I'm
thought
gonna
I
look.
did. Well, anyways, it was kind of a pun off of what was it, Sal or Soul or oh man. Anyways, I I found it. It was the
What is it?
dressage detective foul play, F
Foal,
O.
like a foal, like a
Right.
horse, FOAL.
So
Right.
it kind of
Because
makes you
we were
feel like
saying
it's
foul play at first. I'm like, that's not how that's spelled.
right.
It's
That's
like,
not how it's spelled. Yeah, because you were sitting there going,
right.
"That's not how it's
That's
spelled."
not foul.
So that was kind of a
It's full.
cute little pun off of it. But yeah, like you, I just felt like it was okay. And we
What the
will
meat
come
cute?
up with
Yeah.
a rating system
system
for
for
the
it.
meat
Right,
cutes.
right. It
We'll
kind of
have
would
it.
have been probably on the lower side just because I felt like it was
Right.
just, yeah, yeah.
Right.
It didn't, I mean, it worked for that moment. And then, of course, Jake, Luke Macfarlane's character, he sees some contents in her purse, right? And that's when he sees the initials on her luggage. And that
Right.
sort of helps him
Right. The
identify who
JM.
she is, or so he thinks,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, I mean, there are some key points in that particular meet cute
Right.
to pick up on. It was okay. Right.
Yeah.
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 It was all right.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
yeah.
another sip because it was just all right.
Right, right. So let's talk about favorite scenes. What was one of your favorite scenes?
Okay, I'm gonna jump right to the aerial yoga.
Yes,
When
yes.
she
I have
first
that as a
gets in
favorite
that,
scene also.
whatever you call it, hammock, I don't know what they call them, but she was just making noises, spinning around,
It was so, that
going
would be me.
upside down. It was
First
fun.
of all, I'd probably fall out, number one. Number
Yes,
two, yeah, because they have a cloth hanging and they try to, yeah, I am not that coordinated.
right.
And I would just probably cry by the end of that because that would not be my thing.
It was just so funny, and it looked like effortless, like it was natural that she actually could not do that, right?
Well, maybe she couldn't. I don't know. That'd be a good question for Rachel Leigh Cook.
Right. So that was
That's interesting. That's one of your
yeah.
favorite scenes.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
So what was one of yours?
When Annie, I think they went on one of those excursions. Maybe it was the bike ride or whatever, and they stop and she's talking to people, and you see where she how she remembers people's names, and she's like,
Yes.
Jim likes to swim, and then
Right.
that's when Jake goes up to her and he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, apparently
And
a lot of people do that.
a lot of people do that. Yeah.
I
Yeah. No,
can't
it's a
do
good
it.
way it's actually a really good way to
Right.
remember people's names. I don't do it, but I just thought it was kind of cute. And he's, and that's where he's kind of like, well, what did you do for my name? And she's like, what does she say? You just look like a Jake.
Right.
Like, you're just Jake, and he's like, oh, okay, whatever, which comes back around later. Right. So,
Yes.
and then she's like, she asks him, what does she say? She says something about Carolyn, because Carolyn is one of the suspects.
Right.
Right. She's the spouse of Carolyn and Peter, are a couple that are there.
Mm-hmm.
And she says something like, Carolyn couldn't find her sunglasses. And she's like, pair of sunglasses, Carolyn. That's how she makes the
Yes.
association. I just thought that was a really cute little scene. I do think Rachel Leigh Cook played that character so well.
She did.
So well, because she's like this, what would you say? By the rules. She doesn't get outside of her comfort zone.
Right.
She does things, she doesn't really venture too far, from the norm. And she's there, but she's really trying while she's there. And I thought
Right.
that was really great. And she's so like, she's like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to do it. She's kind of bubbly a little. She really nailed that role. I do think.
I think she did too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think Luke did too.
Yes, he was really good also.
I mean, we have to talk about the pool scene, right?
The
Where
pool scene.
he's swimming across, and then he comes up and flips his hair
Flips his
back,
hair.
and,
Yeah.
the iconic swim scene.
Yeah, yeah. I have that. I actually have that as one of my favorite scenes, not because he comes up and flips his hair.
Right.
They're discussing, he and Annie are in the pool, I think, or by the pool side, pretty much.
Mhm.
And they're discussing Carolyn and Pete, and he thinks Carolyn could be an accomplice. And she's like, do you always think the worst of people? And he basically says, in my line of work, people are motivated by greed and jealousy. So, yeah. And then she says, I hope someday someone surprises you
Right.
and they're not the worst person. And he's like, I hope so too. And I really like that genuine moment between the two of them. I thought that really worked too, for both their characters
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
What about you? Any other favorite scenes?
Yeah. Another one of mine, and this is kind of a scene where they rule people out, and it's when Annie was following Colin, who I think he was a venture capitalist or something.
So, yeah.
And he was down on the water on a yacht, and she was kind of overhearing him talking about, he needs to buy it now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out later that he's buying the boat, the yacht itself, and not the stolen jewels.
Right.
But in the meantime, the boat leaves the dock with her on it because they notice she's down there because her phone rings, and they invite her up on the boat.
She was not a very good spy.
No. And so Luke, and she's texting Luke, right? And shows him a picture, and he takes off because, again, he was doing the aerial yoga.
He was trying the aerial yoga.
So
yeah.
he takes off, and he jumps in the water because the yacht had already left the pier, and he's swimming. And then when he finally gets up there, she's like, yeah, he's buying
he's
the
not
boat.
he's not the guy. He's really just buying a boat. Yeah, she's kind of like, I mean, I made a mistake, you know.
So that was a
It was cute.
fun little scene there. You have another one?
Um, one of my other ones was when it's towards the end of the movie
Hmm.
and she's saying, I don't want to leave here with any regrets.
Right.
And so I thought she was practicing to tell Jake that, right? Like I
Hmm.
thought she was practicing. And then it kind of pans out and she's doing the aerial yoga because she wants to nail it that time.
Right. Right.
Right. And it turns out she's talking to the sling for the
Yes.
aerial
That
yoga
was
and not
my
anyone
last.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she does it. And then when she's done, she gets off and she does this like giddy, like, I
Yeah.
did
Like,
it. She's
oh,
like a little kid, she's so cute. That's why I said she's so good in this role, and she's so excited when she gets off. I thought that scene was adorable. I
eh,
loved that scene.
yeah. And Luke was standing off in the
Yes.
background, just smiling at her because
And he was watching
she had
her, right?
conquered the
Yeah.
fear. Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
my last favorite scene. You
Yep,
took
yep, yep.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So, you have any other?
No, that'll be it that's it
Okay.
for this one.
Well, what about some cheers? Did you have any
Some
cheers?
cheers.
Mhm.
I thought the location shoot was beautiful. We had a
Yes, it
lot of
was.
beautiful shots. I'm so glad. I don't know if I didn't notice any green screens. Did you? We talk about this a
No,
lot, but
no. There may have been
um
one, but it wasn't that noticeable.
right. So beautiful locations, shoots. I thought learning how to take risks when you're a rule follower,
Hmm.
just really opening up. And I really liked that part of it too, there's a scene between, I probably should have talked about this one too, between Annie and Jake, where, she's, she's basically like, if you're so good at reading people, read me.
Yes, I remember that one. I had that one, but
And
yeah.
then you find out that she wanted to be a lawyer.
Hmm.
She was going to do these things, but her mom got sick. Her mom is still alive, which I'm glad they,
Yes.
reiterated that no dead parent, at least not
Yes.
the mom. And she, and she basically admits that she got comfortable. She got a banking job
Yeah.
and she sort of got comfortable and she just went with it
I never
because then
went
she
back.
didn't want to rock the boat. And I thought so many people, do that, settle.
Hmm.
You get comfortable. And I mean, I've been guilty of it,
Right.
before, where you get comfortable and you don't want to go outside your comfort zone. You
Right.
don't want to, she doesn't want to go back to school to be a lawyer, even though that's what she really wanted to be because it's so expensive now. And and I just thought that was a really good scene because so many people, I think, could probably relate to that.
Yeah.
You
I
want to do
agree with
one
you.
thing, but you kind of sweat. I mean, short of being like a musician or an actor where it
Right.
is really, it's like one in a million shot, right? Um, you just kind of do what works, or if a parent gets sick,
Yeah.
and you have to take care of them, and then you're making it work with what you have and where you are in that moment in time, and
Hmm.
then you just tend to not go back to what
You
you
get
wanted.
content. Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciated that. That would be another cheer for me,
Okay.
just to go back to it. Do what you really want to do. Try it. Just try it,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't work out, then you can go back to your complacency,
Yeah.
Um I really enjoyed, we didn't talk about this too much, Annie's giddiness and helping Jake. Like
Yeah.
she was just super excited
Yeah.
to
Well, she just
be
had
a
a good.
part.
Her character was just a kind and
Yeah.
giddy person. Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, "I wanna help," and then he lets her for a while, and then they have a conflict, but, she's a rule follower, and the whole vacay is, outside of what we just talked about, her comfort zone, but she dives in, so
Right.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
What about you? Cheers for you?
I was gonna say her character.
Yeah.
Like you said, she was giddy, but she also liked to help. And I love the scene where
Yes.
she
Yes.
went down to the pool to help this older gentleman open up his umbrella. And you can see that Luke was like, "Oh," because he at that point was suspecting she might be the
Yeah, she
buyer,
was one of the yeah.
right? And she was just so kind. But I also like how the whole reason he was there was he received a letter and it was signed X, right?
Mhm.
So and you kind of forget about it throughout the
But you don't want
movie.
to, yeah, you're not going to
Right.
give away the ending, right?
But
Okay.
it's very, very
We love it.
cool how they ended it. So those were my 2 cheers.
That was a big clue, right?
Yes.
But you don't
Yes.
realize it, and then it
Yes.
comes around at the end, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was good.
So you have any more cheers?
No, that was it.
All right. What about jeers?
Jeers. I was questioning the book at the beginning because I didn't entirely get it. I mean, okay, it's a mystery, so maybe that's why she likes to dive into the mystery of it all. That's why she wants to help. Like the book is like a mystery book, but it's about horses. So I thought horses was going to come back into it. I thought the book might come back into it at some point, and it didn't. So
Right.
I wasn't, that would be just maybe a little jeer for me. I was really confused about why she was all in on her friend's stuff. Now, I understand taking the trip,
Right.
right? Like, okay, you transfer an airline ticket or whatever, and, going to this resort, her friend, but I didn't understand why she didn't pack her own stuff. Like,
Yeah, it almost seemed like a
could her friend
last
not
minute
go?
thing.
Like, literally, she was about to board the plane and was like, oh, I can't go. And then, Annie, the character, was like, she said, oh, Annie, do you want to? Because I was like, why did she bring her? I was just, that confused me a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
I
No,
was
I
like, because
understand.
she's wearing some of her clothes, and she's
Her
got
watch,
her
everything.
watch,
Yeah.
which is really fancy, and that's not normally what she wears. And I didn't, maybe I missed that at the beginning. I just didn't understand that. I
Yeah.
was a little thrown off by that.
Yeah. I get it.
But those would be my jeers. What about you?
I would go with the scene where she walks up on Jake taking pictures of a bird, and then he's shooting
Oh,
down at the beach.
yes.
And
You actually said this out loud when we
he
were
has a
watching it. That's right.
200,
That's right.
400 lens on the camera.
Uh-huh.
And I think she kind of confused the lines, because she's like, you might want to do you have a 200, 400 in your bag? Because when that bird takes off, you're going to want to get the shots. But he already had it on the camera. So I don't know if that was a mistake or what. But yeah, so that was one of my jeers.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think overall, not really a cheer, but just, I know we're going to rate it in a minute, but I mean, I enjoyed the mystery of it a little bit. We got a little, I felt like, at the end, when there's some sort of resolution and there's a little bit of a fight, so to speak, and I felt like that was so Hallmarkified. It was just so it had potential. It was, good-ish.
right.
I don't know. It just,
No, I agree with you.
yeah, I mean, and Luke was great, and Rachel, she was great, and the supporting cast, they were really good, but there was just something sort of missing in my mind. And especially, I didn't really get too much comedy. I mean, I thought it was cute,
Right.
but I didn't get a lot of, like, laugh out loud moments. And the romance just didn't land for me, really.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
The sparks, I didn't feel the sparks from it.
It was kind of like Love on the Amazon type of a relationship.
Although I think it was a little better than Love
it
on
was
the
a little bit
Amazon.
more,
I think,
but
yeah.
yeah. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
So out of 5 corks, how many?
I'm
would
gonna let you go
this one?
first on this one.
I'm gonna give this a 3.5.
3.5. 3.5.
Yes.
I think I would go. I said it was a little better than Love on the Amazon, but I can't remember what I rated Love on the Amazon at this point.
I do.
I mean, oh, you do? What did I rate it? 3.5?
You rated it at 3.5.
3.5. That's what I thought. I thought that's what it was. So I would go a 3.75.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, it was
and
fun.
I enjoyed Love on the Amazon. It just, there just needed to be something else. I don't know what that is.
They needed to be more of a romance.
A little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was light. It was funny. Not funny. It was, it was kind of fun to try to figure it out, but it was just missing.
I know
something.
we got it wrong all the way around. Every time it's like,
who it was? Yeah, I know. We couldn't. I didn't know who it was.
And usually I figure it out, but I just, I don't know.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, is that a wrap?
That is a wrap.
Well, we appreciate you guys listening and now watching us on YouTube.
And make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcast and on social media so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.